Hi all, in today's video we're going to be looking at calculating the area of a triangle. Okay, so previously in your maths careers you have seen that a formula for area of a triangle, half base times height. However, today's lesson we're going to be using the sine function in order to do this. Okay, what this allows us to do is allows us to do this for more complicated triangles, as we'll see in the examples. Okay. However, before we start, I'm just going to get you to look at this sort of basic setup here. Okay, so in this chapter of trigonometry, you may have seen this before already, that when we deal with triangles that are not right angled, okay, we need to have a way of labeling the triangle. Okay, so what I'm going to do is for lower letters, so lowercase letters, they're going to be our lengths, they're written in blue there, and we denote capital letters as the angles. Okay, and how we do that, okay, you'll be able to see quickly that they are opposite each other. So for example, if I want to label this angle down here as angle A, that means the side opposite would be side A. Okay, same for side B and angle B, they're opposite each other, and same for C with with length C there as well. So that's the basic setup we're going to have. That's going to be important for us because when we get given a triangle, in order to use the formula we're going to be showing today, we're going to have to label a triangle as well if they haven't gave us letters for that. Okay, and even when they give us letters for that, we need to complete labeling because they normally just give us the angles, they don't give us the lengths. Okay, so we're going to look at a few examples to show that. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at working out the area of a triangle today. So we have a formula. Okay, so this is the start of chapter 12 and it's the area rule, okay, so trigonometric skills. So the formula is thus there, okay, so we are looking at the area, okay, is half of AB sine C. Now notice that the A and the B are lowercase, so it's half of the two sides given to us, and then we multiply it by sine of the angle C. Okay, so basically how this formula works, now you're given this in the exam, okay, you're given this in on the formula sheet. So if you know two sides of a triangle and the angle that fits in between them, then we can calculate the area using this formula. Okay, so we're going to look at the examples below, okay, and I'm going to get you to copy these into your notes. Make sure you've got a calculator ready as well. We're going to use a calculator for these questions today. So let's go down to the first question, okay. So we're going to find the area of these triangles here. Now you'll see in the first question I have not been given any letters to label my triangle, so that's what I'm going to do first. Okay, now, there's no right or wrong. However, you just follow me with what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to label this bottom corner angle A. I'm going to label that bottom corner over there angle B, and the top angle I'm going to call angle C. Okay, now I'm also going to label my lengths now. So if I remember that they are opposite each other, then small a would be across from A, small b would be across from angle B, and small c would be opposite angle C. So that's me labelled my triangle now. Now you can see that I have got my small a and small b, okay, which is for this formula here, and I can also work out sine of the angle, which is sine of 82, okay, 82 degrees is the angle there. So to work out the area, it's going to be the area equals half AB sine C. So you always write down the formula first. Okay, now you're given that in your formula page as well, so make sure you copy it down correctly. We're now going to put the numbers in. So it's going to be half times the length A, so A is going to be 7, times by the length B, which is going to be 10, and we're going to multiply that by sine of the angle 82. Okay, so we've got that. Now we can just go straight to the calculator and type all that in. And if you do that correctly, what you should get 34.659 ... Okay, so we always show the unrounded answer first. Round it to two decimal places unless it specifies for anything else. So 34.66, and because our lengths were in centimetres, it's going to be centimetres squared. Okay, so remember area means centimetres squared if our lengths are in centimetres. So that's how the formula works. Once you've labelled your triangle, you just put your numbers into it and you calculate it. Your calculator does a lot of the work for you. Okay, we'll move on to the second example now. So we're going to find the area of this triangle here. Now, if you read the top line of your notes again, it says if you know the two sides of a triangle and the angle between them, you can find the area, and that's the position we're in. Okay, so I've got two lengths and I know the angle in between them was 54. However, I'm going to finish off labelling my triangle. They've gave me the angles, so I'm going to finish off labelling this triangle here. Okay, so P is the angle at the top right corner, sort of where the diagram's been orientated. So across from that's going to be length P. Opposite angle Q, that's going to be length Q over there, and small r, opposite angle R. Okay, so now we can see which one's used. So what we do is we write down the formula that we're going to use from our formula page, or the area equals half AB sine C. That's generic, sorry I should say, not genetic, that's generic, therefore that works for every triangle. We can make the formula work for our triangle now, okay? So we've not got A, B's and C's, what we've got is P, Q's and R's. Now A and B is my lengths, they're the small letters, so the lengths I want to use is P and Q, so that's going to be a half PQ, and it's going to be sine of the angle R. Okay, so I've just changed the letters to suit my triangle there. Let me just scroll down. Now I'm going to insert the numbers for my triangle, so it's going to be a half times P, P is 12, times Q, which is 14, multiplied by sine of the angle R, which is 54 degrees. Okay, put that into your calculator and hopefully you get the same as what I get, 67.957. ... and if we round that to 2 decimal places again, it will be 67.96. Now this was area, it was in kilometres, so it's going to be kilometres squared. Okay, so that's the two examples done in your notes. Make sure when you're trying these examples that you always write down the formula first. Make sure you're labelling your triangle correctly to start with, so that if you need to change your formula so that you've got different letters used, you can do that correctly. Okay, so labelling the triangle is very important for today's lesson as well. Okay, thank you.